Hey
Hi
everyone,
there.
Carl
What's
Holton
up?
here, and here with Rowinia, and we're going to talk basically about why are products so important. The one thing that a lot of people tend to not talk about or not focus on is how valuable their products are. Now, the reason I'm going at this subject here today is, with us now on here, we're all been involved now with Empower Network with about 6 weeks, some a little bit less. And I started on October 31st. This is my second time around with them coming back. And one of the big reasons why I'm back is the products. Okay. The comp plan, they got a brand new comp plan, and that's very, very attractive as well. And as a matter of fact, it's more attractive than the previous one they used to have. Now, what I want to talk about, though, is the value of products, because too many people tend to get involved in programs and base everything on how much money they're going to make. Okay. Now, business in general, no money can be made unless you have a viable product. Okay. It's that simple. You can find yourself what I call money games out there where you're just playing with money and that sort of thing. And I'm not going to give any examples or anything, but, there's some people that are just highly driven and focused on the money only. I used to be like that myself. And, unfortunately, when I was focused that way, that's when I rarely made a lot of money. And then when I got focused on the product and had the passion for the product, that's when everything kicked into gear. When I talked to Rowinia, that's on here, because Rowinia is sponsored by me, when I talked to her and her mom on here and they came on board because I believe, anyways, and I'll let Rowinia tell her side, but I believe it was all about the value that I was providing, not just the value of being able to work with me and get access to my knowledge and resources, but working with the products in general. Okay. And, their core product is a blogging platform. And for anybody out there who doesn't blog or has kind of the misconception about what blogging is all about, blogging is not writing a novel every single day. Okay. Blogging is providing just some kind of value every day. It doesn't have to be a lot. It could be 3 tips. It could be a link to a very powerful emotional video. It's basically what you're doing is you want to use your blog to tell your journey. Okay. Now, for me, I don't write very many long blogs. Like I might have maybe 2 or 3 paragraphs sometimes, but my average blog post is about a paragraph. And what I like to do is I like to video blog. So I'll write a couple of lines of text, and then I'll shoot a quick video and I'll embed it into my blog. And then I share my blog on social media, right? And that's the whole idea of blogging. Blogging is not, people have this idea that you've got to write epic posts and stuff like that every day. You get guys like Michael Martin, who I've had the privilege to meet, writes very, very short things. His average blog post is about, I don't know, 2 lines, maybe sometimes 3, and a video. And I've learned to mimic that type of marketing. And, Michael Martin has gone on to make almost $500,000 in the last 4 years with Empower Network. And it's all because that he provides the type of value with his marketing. Some people in Empower use the blog platform, some don't. You have like my sponsor, Alex Zubarev. Alex, actually his wife probably blogs way more than he does. Alex will blog occasionally, but he does things different. He's a traffic driving guy. So he drives a lot of traffic to his business. And, Alex to date has done about 1.2 million in income with Empower Network. And again, these numbers I'm throwing out there are not typical numbers because these aren't typical human beings, right? These are people that are highly driven, and they go out and they make the money they do, just like me. You know, I mean, you know, I've made almost $30,000 with Empower Network. Okay, but it's taken time to do that. You know, it, like just in the since I've been back, I've made almost $2,000 with them in 6 weeks. Now, some people might say, well, that's not a lot of money. Well, when you look at this as being almost all of it being residual, that's a lot of money. Okay, because this is money that's coming in every month. Most people in programs out there are making one-time income. So the next month they got nothing coming in. They got to go out and they got to fight for it. I know, I've been there. You know, I was in a previous one that I was doing. I was selling a $200 product that paid me a one-time commission. So, you know, some months I had great months. Other months I hardly made any money. So residual is where it's at. So getting back to Rowinia, you know, she came on board with me. So what I want you to do is tell your side of the story, how you got attracted to Empower Network, and what made you stay with it, basically.
Okay. Well, actually, it was my mum that actually had been following Yukong for, well, actually about 3 months. And she actually had told me that about you online. But because we were so new to the whole online industry, and I was like flat tack trying to learn how to actually do lots of things, but not really getting anywhere. And then my mum just said to me, look, we've got to look at this guy. He's doing something here. And, you know, we just got to have a look. So anyway, we come on and met Carl. We started with the product. I think we've been involved now for about 6 weeks, maybe a bit shorter. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's close to 5.
But anyway, since we've come on board, you know, I've made commission since I've been here. I love the product. It's just second to none. I mean, we are at the elite level, and so we get to listen to the inner circle, which is so, you know, I can't speak enough about it because it's all about a mindset. Yeah, there are good days, there are bad days, there are days that you just don't think are very productive at all. But if it wasn't for the fact that, you know, like part of your job as a online internet marketer is to actually coach your mind, because you have days that aren't so good, and it's through those things. And it's really just the leaders of our business that are telling us about how they do it, you know, some of the struggles that they go through, and for us to let us know that we're not on our own, and what we're experiencing is not just unique to us. It's everybody goes through it, you know. And so the inner circle is really, really powerful. Also, we get the elite trainings with Mr. Mark Dale. Like, he's crazy, actually, but he's awesome. He's crazy, but he's awesome. I love going to his elite sessions. Unfortunately, because I work, the great thing about this though is that because I work, I actually get to see the replays. Every training that goes on, you get to see the replays. So yeah, I love to go and see the replays because I'm at work. The other two ladies, Marion and Karen, they're a part of the beginners training club, and they're just so, I don't know, they remind me of grandma and mum. They sort of nurture you through the whole, you know, like that. I think Empower's really got it down to the different coaches who they have, you know. And then our mastermind leaders, they're just phenomenal, you know. Along with you, Carl, we've got, you know, Alex Zubarev, John Oakes, Michael Martin. You know, they're just, you know, cutting edge training. You know, if you wanna know how to succeed, you got to be in, you know, all the way. And so that's where I'm at the moment. I'm at the elite level. I'm pushing for 6-figure. if not all in. But it's only because I've gotten such value out of the products, and I know so much. You know, when I first got involved, you know, a few months ago on online, I was going everywhere trying to get leads, trying to get traffic, trying to find out what funnels were, but it's all here right in Empower. My back office, there's just such a wealth of knowledge in there in Empower, and both in Empower, iPass, that it's just, you know, you could become a professional learner.
Yeah.
But as we've been taught, learn, do, consistency. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just our experience, both mine and my mum's.
Well, you know, I need to share something else with everybody who's listening and watching in. You know, I've been in this industry now. This is my 36th year in this industry. And believe it or not, I have never made the top 10 in a leaderboard. And you come in and do that in 10 days. I'm telling you. She goes boss and boss maker in 10 days, makes the leaderboard. I haven't even made that leaderboard yet. So you made me look real bad. But that's a good thing. I like to see when that happens, right? Yeah. So, you know, that was exciting to see you on the leaderboard there, you know, even if it was only just for a day. You know, the point is that you made it. And that's because you just got down, you followed everything you were supposed to do, and you just went out there and did it, right? And this is why you're going to go a long way in this company or any other company you go in, because you have the ability to be taught, okay? It's unfortunate because there's a lot of people out there that really want to make money, but they just don't allow themselves to be taught. And, you know, as I was mentioning on one of my videos today, you know, I've personally sponsored, you know, just in the last 6 weeks, 27 people into this business, and 8 of them have left already. You know, they've given up because they didn't see results in 30 days. You know, I used to have a brick and mortar business. I used to have my own sports card store along with my nephew. And before we actually started making money, we went 19 months before we actually made profit. 19 months, right? Now, our cost per month was about $7,500 a month. Okay? Imagine, you know, we went out, we bought all of this product, you know, we had the lease space, and we had to pay for 6 months in advance for this lease space. Okay? 6 months at a time. Okay? Imagine if I or my nephew and I decided, oh, you know what, we quit. We would have taken such a heavy hit financially. It would have been absolutely devastating. Now, people don't realize that this business that we're in here, that when Project Titan launches next year, it's going to set a whole new precedence in this industry with the way that things are done. And it's funny how people just dismiss it so easily. And people that have come in and have left Empower Network, you know, within 30 days or less because they didn't see things happen the way they wanted them to happen. You know, this is the sad part. This is why there's so many broke people in this world, and there's so many broke people online, because they don't allow for things to happen. They demand it, and when it doesn't, they walk away from it. You see, this is the difference between being an entrepreneur and being just a marketer. Okay? Marketers are the ones that go around and join program after program, kicking the crap out of the tires of it, waiting for something to happen. When it doesn't, they go to the next one, calling the previous one a scam or whatever it is, because it didn't do what they wanted it to do. And, you know, the one thing that I get begged at every single day is people saying, show me how to market, show me how to drive traffic. Okay? So, what do? I point them in the direction of Empower Network, because this is where it's all at. Okay? And the moment I do that, they go, oh, you just want me to buy stuff. Well, you know, a lot of times I'll ask them, well, what do you do for a living? Well, I'm a mechanic. Okay, so how did you learn how to be a mechanic? Well, I went to college. Okay, So you paid money to go learn how to be a mechanic? Is that what you're telling me? Yeah, but you don't want to pay money to go and learn how to do this. You know, this is the problem with the majority of people today. They want everything for nothing, and they want it now. And, you know, this is why I harp so much on this. I mean, you're just a testimonial of what you've experienced with this already. You know, you listen to the Inner Circle audios, which are amazing audios. These are amazing mindset audios. This company, when I was working all these other different programs for 25 years, almost 30 years, and then with that, I was making an average of maybe a couple of thousand a month, you know, just making an average income. And then I come to Empower Network. I invest $5,125 into their products. I bought all their products, okay? And I went through their products. It took me a while to go through them. I mean, this is stuff you can't go through all in one day, okay? This is stuff that I went through over the course of time. And this company allowed me to go on and make 6 figures over the last 4 years, double 6 figures, okay? In not only in Empower Network, but other businesses I was in, using what I learned from Empower Network, okay? I mean, anyone who's listening to this, you have to be able to accept the fact that if you want to make money in any business, you've got to be educated, okay? The one thing that I wish I had way back when I owned the sports card store is I wish I had the training that Empower Network trained me on, because that was the biggest thing I lacked when I was in my brick and mortar, was I lacked what I needed to know how to market, okay? At that time, sure, we didn't have the internet and all that kind of stuff. The internet was just coming around. It was around the mid-'80s, right? But the point I'm making is that the information that you learn in Empower Network can be done in an offline fashion. It doesn't have to be done online. It's just we have the World Wide Web at our fingertips, and that's what allows us to go out there and be able to communicate with more people. You know, if I was able to take just a smidgen of that little bit of information that I had and had that when I had my sports card store, I probably would have had a success a lot faster in that store than I would have had if I was just if I was you know, without the information I had. Okay, so this is what's so viable about this. I mean, you know, we've got our top producer, we've got our team builder, and we've got our mass influence. Each one of those has an amazing amount of training and information, techniques and strategies for different levels for you out there. And, you know, unless you are learning this stuff, it's like taking 4 years of university in one course where they teach you so much the first year, so much the second, so much the third, so much the fourth. Well, we have the same type of thing. We've got tiered training. We've got beginner, elite, builder, and then all-in black card. Okay, and this is the type of training that we have. And the other thing that I need to mention is the fact that Empower Network, way back the first time around when I was with them, they never did live trainings. Okay, they would have the odd group hangout or something that went on, but they only did the Monday night calls. That's all they had. Now, we have trainings almost every night of the week, live trainings, and multiple times a day. Okay? And you know, this is some of the stuff that Rowinia was sharing with everybody, is that, you know, she would go to the beginner trainings with the ladies, and then she'd go to the elite training with Mark Dale, and then we have our team training, our team consistency, team-only trainings that we have on Wednesday nights and Saturday mornings, okay? So, and then, of course, I do my own hangouts on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So there is an amazing amount of training and knowledge you can learn from this company and our team in general. So I just want to bring on Jan. Jan, you have to unmute yourself because I have to mute you, ladies. But why don't you come in and you know, Rowena was on talking. Why don't you come in and tell everyone here, you know, what your thoughts are of the company. You got to unmute yourself. You're muted out. Right at the top, Jen? Yeah. There we go. Okay. Go ahead.
Well, for me, I've been in many multi-level marketing businesses, but none of them have been so supportive as this one. And I guess because I'm at an older age too now, I can't get around as well as I used to. So I find this, for me, is just excellent. And it's great because I can go back again and again and watch the videos. So for me, yes, it's a huge learning curve because I was in community services before this for over 20 years. So for me, I find it very difficult to have changed over to this type of business, but I find the training is excellent.
Well, there you go. You see? So, I mean, you can transition from anything. I mean, you know, there's a lot of people that are out there. Some have lost their jobs. Some have quit their jobs because they couldn't take it anymore, whatever it may be, you know. And, you know, this is what people tend to think is that network marketing is difficult. Network marketing is probably the easiest thing you're ever going to get your hands on once you understand how the mechanics work. Okay? Now, you know, we try to keep things as simple as possible in Empower Network, especially when it comes to the marketing side. Okay? You know, the one thing that I try not to get myself too caught up in, and a lot of people do, and you know, it's because you know, I don't want to use that word overwhelming, but it is for some people. Okay? But what happens is they get themselves overwhelmed. Okay? What you have to look at is you have to look at this company as a learning company. Okay? You're gonna start with the basics and you're gonna move your way up. Now, we have multiple tiers of products, as I mentioned. You know, you can come in at the beginner stage, you can come in at the elite stage, you can come in at the builder stage, or you can come in at the black card stage. Okay? You have choices how you want to come in. But just no matter where you come in, just understand is that you need to go through the learning process. See, what too many people are doing is they're coming in, they want to go, okay, I want to go all in. That's great. Go all in. And the reason they do all in is so that they can take advantage of the different packages, the commissions of the packages if people buy them. Okay? Because if you don't own the package, you lose the commission upline to whoever the next person is upline that has the product. That's how the system works. If you don't own the product, you can't make commissions off it. Okay? So a lot of people go, okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to buy all the products. Well, that's great. You know, most of it's all a one-time fee, so you never have to worry about it. But what you don't do is try and learn everything all at once. You can't do it. Your head will explode. Okay? You just can't do it. It's like going to university and going for your doctorate or something that has a 4-year course and trying to learn everything in the first couple of months. You can't. Imagine going to university and you want to be a doctor. And on the second day they threw a scalpel in your hand and said, okay, there's your patient. Go cut him open and do, I don't know, a triple bypass. I mean, you know, it's like, you know how overwhelming that is? Okay, you just can't do that. You know, you have to take everything in stages. You know, this is why we have the beginner stage. You know, when you start with the blogging, and even the blogging has 2 different stages to it. We have Klaatu Basic and we have Klaatu Premium. Okay? Each one of those, the basic is your basic blog system. And then the Klaatu Premium has all the additional add-ons that go with it. Now, the one thing everybody tries to do is when they go in to buy Klaatu and Klaatu Premium, they try to go in and learn everything. The first thing you have to learn is how to write a blog post. Now here's how simple it is, okay? Now, you know, in one of our training videos, maybe I'll just share my screen and I'll show you guys just how simple it really is to do a blog post here, okay? Just going to get my Klaatu up here. I'm going to share my screen. I just want to make things real simple for everybody, okay? So here's the Klaatu back office. You've got an explanation video that talks about Klaatu Basic and Klaatu Premium. So you have all that. Then we've got our support groups for each, okay? But let's just go in and look at doing a post, adding a new post. I'm just going to create a mock post here just to show you how simple it can be, okay? So here we're at the blog. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So here we are here, and all of a sudden you have got, you know, mind block. You can't think of anything. You got writer's block. You can't think of anything. So what you're going to do is you're going to go, give me an idea. So what you can do is write about hot topics, okay? So awesome, I'll write about this. Okay, give me another one. Give me another one. Oh, hang on, I did that wrong. Oh, give me something to write about. Okay, so let's talk about, what's something you guys like? It could be a hobby, it could be anything. Just give me something.
Music.
Music? Okay, so music. Okay, so, hey, give me some headline idea. The secret of successful music. Do you struggle with music? Solutions revealed in this blog post. Oh, hey, maybe I'll write about that. Okay, so there it is. Now, what you can do is go in and do a couple of lines about what your struggle is. Okay, you know, I could put, "Are you tone deaf?" You know, here are some. I don't know. Help me out here, ladies. Here are some things to look for. Okay, and then you know you could do a bit of research of that online. Maybe find we could go online and go tone deaf. Okay, so we go in and we look at tone deaf. Okay, and test your musical skills in 6 minutes. Okay, so you could go in and you could find a site that has something like this. Then maybe that's a bad one. Let's look at another one. Even find a video. Tone deaf singing. Suffer from tone deaf? Here. Take this and test this.
Musician is the best way to learn.
So now what you could do is you could go in and you could share this. And you could grab the embed code and copy the embed code. Okay? Go back to your post. And then you can okay, watch this video. Okay, so now I'm going to go in and I'm going to insert the video. Insert video. Click in the embed code. Boom, baby, just like that. Throw it in there. Okay, and now you can go in and you can view this. Okay, view the post and see what it looks like. So, do you struggle with music? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, and, oh, it's because I didn't share it. Hang on, I have to save the draft. I'm going a little too fast. Okay, so let me oh, crap. Oh, crap, I closed my blog. Hang on. Close the wrong window. I'll get back in there. Just give it a sec. See, this is what happens when you do stuff live. Okay, so we're going to go edit here because it's a draft, right? So now we're going to go and we're going to view this post. Okay, so now, you know, you got in there, you've written a couple things, and look, there's the video that's in there. So all it takes is a couple of simple little things. You know, are you tone deaf? Here, watch this, right? And then you can go and you can share this. You know, you would go in and when you publish it, you share this link, this post link, on your Facebook, on your LinkedIn, on all your social media. Okay, and it's pretty simple to go out and make a simple post in there. And the whole idea is to share your journey along the line of what you're doing. It's like, you know, you go out and you make posts on Facebook every day. A lot of times what I do is I'll go out and I'll have my Facebook stuff up here that I do on Facebook. Let me just close some of the stuff here. Okay, and I'll go in and I'll take some of my posts that I've done here, right? And I'll actually share these. I'll go this and I'll put this on Facebook or on my blog, right? I'll take that post, I'll put it on my blog and create a new blog post, and I'll add the video to it, and then I'll turn around and I'll repost it back on social media. Okay? And what does that do? It drives people to my blog. I want people going to my blog. Okay? Because everything on my blog, you know, this is, I'll show you my blog. Right here. Very simple. If I can get it to come up. Everything's freezing on me here. You guys can still see my screen, right?
No, not here.
Okay. So this is my blog. So basically all I do is I have short little posts that are in here, right? I'll go in, I'll click on whatever it is, whatever the blog is, and then I grab this link, I copy that, and I share this on Facebook. I just pop it in there. I'm not going to do it because I just shared that today. But, you know, you go in there and you do a, you know, paste your link in there, right? And you can go, you know, just grab the headline off of there, copy. This is how simple it is, folks, okay, to go in and do something, right? Paste, and then you can share it like this, or you can share a picture. You know, if you have a picture. Some of you I've shown how you can create your own pictures, you know, with buttons and all kinds of stuff that's out there. Okay, so I'm not going to post that, but I'm just showing you as an example. So, ladies, do you have any questions on what I've shared so far?
No.
Oh, we got Stuart on here too. Hey, Stuart, how are you doing?
Carl,
Yep.
I know there's if anybody's interested, I know there's another website. It's not a website, it's a Facebook page, and it's got actually Tracy Walker on there promoting the Kalasi blog.
Yep.
And she has a number of different what do you call it, exercises or things that she does with her blogging, with Kalatu, to help people like ourselves that want to create their own blogs. She's got different examples that she posts up. So it's under Tracy Walker, or actually it's under Kalatu blog, and Tracy Walker is the
Tracy
the
Walker
host.
is one of the millionaires in Empower Network. You know, she was one of the first millionaires in Empower Network. So along with Justin Berengia. So, you know, this is another thing. You know, when you're stuck, you know, look for other people. That's what I do. Like, whenever I'm stuck trying to figure out what I need to do, I go and I source out all the leaders who are in there. I mean, I've looked at Justin's stuff. I've looked at Mike Hobbs' stuff. I've looked at Tracy Walker's stuff. I look at a lot of people's stuff. I've been to Nick Policelli's page. There's so many people out there that have, you know, different ideas and different things that they're doing. And that's the beautiful thing about this company, is that all of the members, all of the leaders, don't mind you using their stuff, okay? You know, their success stories, their ideas, their stuff. It's out there. They're there to help everybody, okay? And especially with the way that this company is, especially now with the new comp plan with the Uni line, is that it's almost imperative that everybody helps everybody, because it builds strength in all of the Uni lines, okay? Because everybody goes underneath. It's one straight line down on each product, and everybody gets paid on that, okay, over the course of time. So that's what's so amazing. You know, when I look, I was just looking at mine today, and I did a video on it, and I put it out on Facebook, because Alex went and did one. So I went and did the same thing Alex did. And it's amazing the amount of people I have below me in 6 weeks already in my uni lines that you know, the potential for the money to make off of that is absolutely mind-blowing, okay, already. But again, you know, you have to go out and achieve this. You have to go out and do your sales, because you know what? Business is all about doing sales. There isn't a business on this planet that has nothing to do with sales. That's the only way they make money, is by sales, okay? So nobody can argue that fact with me. It doesn't matter what business it's in, whether it's an ad pack program or something. It's all about buying a product, and that's how it creates money. And you know, when people say you don't have to recruit, that's another thing that's a bunch of bull crap. Okay? Because I'll give you an example. I'm going to give you an example. Okay? Here's my example for if I wanted to do something stupid like that with Empower Network. Okay? And I am not endorsing this or even telling you to do this. This is an example of what other companies just don't want to use their names. Okay? So as an example, I could say, Rowinia, you know what? This is a fantastic company. You know, it costs you $7. You can trial it for 14 days, and you know what? You don't have to refer anybody. And you know what's going to happen? I'm going to have people that would come in off of that. Although that's devious and misleading information, people will come in and they will buy. And then you will, and then some of those people are saying, okay, now all you have to do is go out and tell people the same thing. Hey, it's $7. Come in and try it. And you don't have to recruit. Well, what the heck are they doing? What did I just do? I just told you to go and sign up here. What did I just do? I recruited you. And this crap is going on all day long. It's just a misleading way for people to get people to join a program. I don't buy that at all. I don't buy into that crap at all. You know, tell it for what it is. Stop misleading people and telling them that they don't have to recruit when you're going out there and you're recruiting. If no one had to recruit out here in any program, you'd never see a link or any kind of advertising anywhere. Period. You'd never see it. You would never even be able to join the program because in order for you to join it, somebody had to recruit you. Right? Okay. So, you know, it's such a sham when people say you don't have to recruit, and yet that's the only way they can get people to join a program. Stuart, you're new on the panel. Do you want to come on here and introduce yourself and let us know what drove you to us here? Do you have a mic that works? You can text if you know if your mic's not working. If you're not sure, at the very, very top, there'll be a bar that'll appear when you move your mouse to the top there. Just click on the microphone and unmute yourself. Can you find it? No? Okay, I'll let you try and see if you can find it. If not, just text me and tell me you can't find it or whatever. Okay? But we got Stuart Cormack on here. Stuart's brand new to the program. He's just come in here. I know he's pretty excited about it, so I just thought I'd have him come on and say something, but I guess he's got some mic problems. So, but ladies, anything you want to add to this?
No, I'm all ears.
You're all ears. Rowinia? You're muted. You're muted out. There you go.
No, not really. I think you've really said it all, Carl. Just in regards to the product, and you know, there's so much value in the product. I can't get over it. You know, I love it.
Yeah,
I love the product.
That's so. It's so powerful. I wish I could just show everybody. You know. I mean, I could go through the back office and show everybody. I mean, you know what? Why don't I just do that? I'm just going to go through. I'm going to share my back office.
Great idea.
You know, just to give everybody an idea of just what we have. at our fingertips. This is like, if people just knew, I mean, this is the stuff that they've been begging for, okay? You know, let's just look at all of these products that we have, okay? Now, we've even got our own media hosting, so you don't have to use YouTube if you don't want to. You can host all your videos here as long as you have the Collat2 Premium product, okay? So we've got, we've got the blog system, which you've all seen. You've got the Inner Circle. This is the one for the elite members, okay? And then we've got our 3-step training that's in here, and then we have our audios. And I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds of them in here, and you can download them and everything else. And then we've got Inner Circle Rewind, which goes all the way back to 2011, okay, when the company first started. And these are amazing. I mean, I've been through pretty much all of these videos, and I go through them all the time. I just pick and choose what you can go through, and every one of them has valuable information on here, okay? So this is the Inner Circle, okay? Hundreds and hundreds of audios in that library, okay? So let's go and look at the next ones. Top Producer. This is your $500 or the norm, or what was known as the Costa Rica, okay? Now, this one here is, what is it? There's 13 lessons that are in here. And again, these products are all going to be updated again in the new year when Project Titan comes out. There's going to be even more products coming yet, okay? Which is crazy. I mean, what they have already. These ones right here, these 3 lessons right here alone, okay, is what changed me from getting 1 to 2 leads a week to getting 10 to 20 leads a week or more. Just these 3 videos right here. These video trainings, okay? Then we have, of course, the Team Builder, okay, which is the classic 15K formula. This was my favorite of all, okay? And they've condensed them in here. There used to be like 27 lessons in here, but they've condensed them into 9, okay? But these things are amazing. You know, core concepts you must understand to build a business, okay? Building business principles. And then we've got team activity system, team building formulas. This one is very, very powerful here. This is going to show you the whole ground of putting together and managing and projecting your database into creating sales. This is friggin' amazing, this stuff here, okay? And then, of course, you get the mass influence. Okay, oops, I better not click on that one. The mass influence, okay? This one here, this is what's going to take you from a 6-figure to a 7-figure earner. All of these different, I guess, I don't even know how to explain them. It puts yourself into a incredible mental state of thinking, okay? And, you know, it's learning suggestive language and all that kind of stuff, and body language and everything else, and subliminal messaging and all that kind of stuff to influence your prospects into buying, okay? And buying not only low-ticket items, but high-ticket items too, okay? This one here is what defines the difference from you making a couple of $1,000 a month going into the 5 figures, okay? And I've hit 5 figures a month many, many times in the last 4 years, okay? I mean, I had a couple of years ago, I had consecutive months of 20, 30, and 35,000 a month in each month, okay? When you earn something like that, that is completely life-changing. Your life just isn't the same anymore after that. Even when you hit $10,000 a month, you don't look at things. If you've never made $10,000 before in a month, once you hit there, you never look at what it was like yesterday. You're always looking forward to tomorrow at that point, okay? And I mean, that's what this product does. Now, people go, well, why would you pay $3,500 for this? Well, why would you pay $7,000 or $10,000 a year to go to university? Okay? That's the question I always throw back at people. And then some of them say, well, that's a real education. Oh. So network marketing is not an education, and that's why it's one of the core subjects in Harvard University. So I would phone up Harvard University and tell them that they're out of their minds marketing network marketing in their university, one of the most prestigious universities in the world. So anybody who says that network marketing is not a profession has rocks in their head. Because you will make more money in network marketing than you will in any profession. The potential is astounding. I mean, we've got guys like Alex Zubrev who's made $1.2 million in 4 years. You break that down, that's over $300,000 a year. You know what kind of position it takes in a business to get paid that kind of a salary? You're talking high-end management, senior management, VPs, and presidents of companies that make that kind of money. Okay? And in most corporations, you would have to be there 10, 20 years in order to get to that position, if you were able to climb the ladder. So, you know, I personally know guys that average $50,000 to $70,000 a month online. As a matter of fact, I got a couple of 20-year-old guys, actually there's 4 of them that live in a house about 5 blocks from me, and they all average between $30,000 and $60,000 a month. They drive Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and in the wintertime they have their, I don't know what they've got, Land Rovers or something, okay? And they've all made it from online marketing. At first I thought it was other stuff. But then again, old people like me, that's the first thing we always think, right? We always think, oh, they're all into the drugs and all that kind of stuff. Nope. You know what? I met these kids in person. I talked to them over at one of the car shows that they have in the parking lots over there by our place. And they had their cars there. And I was asking them, I said, how are you able to achieve to have these $100,000 vehicles? And they go, we just work the internet. We do affiliate marketing. And I asked them, well, how many hours a day do you put in for that? About 2. Imagine working 2 hours a day, probably not on weekends, and creating $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a month. Okay, let's add all that up. Let's say you did 2 hours every day. So that's 28 hours a month. How would you like to work 28 hours a month and get paid $60,000 a month? I'd do that in a heartbeat, over and over and over again. You know? But it's all a matter, and I mean, these kids, it took them time to learn. And they paid heavily for the education to learn that. I mean, one of them paid over $100,000. One of them went and got trained by Anthony Robbins. You know? They paid him $25,000 for a weekend to train him. And I asked these kids, how much would you charge me to show me how you do this? Oh, not much. And I go, well, how much is not much? $25,000. Now, if someone could show you how to make $60,000 a month, would you pay $25,000 to learn that? Or would you say, oh, that's too much money? You see? You know, this is the funny thing I get with people, is that, you know, going back to the beginning, everybody wants everything for nothing, and yet they don't want to put the time in what it takes. I work roughly 8 hours a day. Sometimes less, sometimes more. I don't work weekends, I don't work nights. Okay? But yet I can achieve a full-time income online. Why is that? Because I get myself educated. I learn what I need to do every day to create the results I want. And if I don't create the results I want, I work that much harder to get there. And I will spend whatever I need to spend to get educated. Okay? You know, again, you know, I showed you my back office. I've made almost $30,000 in total with Empower Network, and I spent $5,000 to earn that. Do you think that was worth $5,000 to me? 100 times over. So anybody who's listening to this or will listen to this, you've got to get back to the person that shared this with you, because this is where you want to be. If you're struggling out there and you can't seem to make any sales in anything that you're doing, you're banging your head against the wall like I used to do, and probably these people on the panel as well, maybe it's time you give in to getting yourself educated, okay? Because until you do, where you are today, where you are yesterday, it's going to be the same place you're going to be tomorrow, okay? You've always heard that saying, you know, if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there, okay? Most people, they're sitting on the any road, and they will be there forever. It's like being stuck inside one of those labyrinths, never being able to find your way out, okay? I just hope that whatever program you're in, that you're getting educated. You know, maybe you don't want to get involved in Empower Network because you think you're getting educated enough of where you are. That's great. But if you're not getting the results you want to get over there, then you need to think about, are you getting the education you need? Okay? Because those same people connect with me on Facebook or LinkedIn or anything else saying, how are you doing this? I already told you. Oh, but I want to spend the money. I'll continue down the any road then. Don't forget to turn the headlights on, because eventually you're going to get into the darkness. You won't be able to see. So, you know, so I don't know. Is there anything else anybody wants to share on here about this? Okay. Well, I think we're good. We'll call this a wrap. So just the last thing I can leave with you is, how valuable is your product to you, and what are you willing to do to make sure that you can sell it? I'm Carl Hovelson. The rest of the panel here, thank you for coming in. Have a great day, and back here on Thursday for another episode of whatever these episodes are. Okay? Have a great day, everyone.
Thanks, Carl.
Thanks.